Let me tell you something that I hear all the time. A woman, usually in her mid-40s, will come to me and say, I haven't changed anything. I'm eating the same. I'm actually exercising more. So why is my belly getting bigger? And underneath that question, there's always a heavier question. Am I doing something wrong? Am I not pushing myself hard enough? Or is this just aging? And if that's you, I really want you to hear this. You're not failing. Your body's not broken. And this is not about willpower. What's happening around your middle right now has a name, it has a mechanism, and it has a reason. And once you understand it, everything will start to make sense, because most fitness advice was built around younger bodies, bodies that recover faster, that regulate hormones differently, and don't carry the same life stresses. So if what used to work isn't working anymore, that doesn't mean you need to try harder. It actually means the rules have changed. And today I'm going to explain why. Hi, I'm Adelaide B. I'm a certified personal trainer with a degree in sport and exercise science and a master's in psychology. And I've been in the health and wellness space for over 20 years. So let's get into what's actually happening. Perimenopause isn't just about hormones going down. It's also about hormones changing how your body functions. And the main player here is estrogen. So most people think of estrogen as something that affects periods, fertility, mood. But what doesn't get talked about often enough is that estrogen helps decide where your body stores fat. And when your estrogen levels are higher, your body tends to store fat around your hips and thighs, and that's a normal healthy pattern. But as estrogen levels start to fluctuate and decline, often years before menopause, the storage pattern shifts. Fat begins to move more towards your abdomen to be stored. And this is where it gets really important, because there are two types of fat in the abdominal area: subcutaneous fat, which is the fat just under the skin, and visceral fat, which is the fat stored deeper around your organs. So visceral fat is metabolically more active, and it affects how your body handles energy, stress, and most importantly, blood sugar. And it's this type of fat that tends to increase more during perimenopause. This is why this change can feel different to anything you've experienced before, because it is different. Your body isn't being difficult, you've not done something wrong, and it isn't your body working against you, it's your body adapting. The abdominal area is more responsive to stress and energy changes. So in midlife, your body stores differently. It's your body's way of adjusting to a new phase of life. Why eating less can make it worse. Here's where many women get stuck. They notice their stomach changing, so they eat less. They add more cardio and they tighten control. But in midlife, aggressive dieting can increase stress in the body, and stress changes how your body stores fat. If your food intake drops too low and your muscles slowly decline, the body becomes more protective, not less. So sometimes the harder you try the old way, the more stubborn the midsection belly fat becomes. More restriction is not always the answer. People often say stress causes belly fat, but that's too simple. In midlife, your body becomes more sensitive to stress, and that includes poor sleep, emotional load, work pressure, high intensity training, and under eating. It all adds up. And when stress levels stay high, the body is more likely to store fat around the middle. So this isn't about being too stressed, it's about your body responding differently to stress now. There's one more quiet shift happening. So muscle naturally declines as we age, especially if we don't train for it, which is called sarcopenia. Muscle helps your body manage energy from food. And if your muscle mass drops, your body has fewer places to use that energy, so it stores more. And again, the abdomen becomes a common storage site. And this is why strength training becomes so important after 40, not just for how you look, but for how your body functions. So there's another piece that rarely gets mentioned. Midlife is not just a hormonal shift, it's a life shift. And many women are carrying more responsibility in midlife than they've ever carried before. And that could include work, family, relationships, and mental load. So even if you're coping well, your nervous system is working harder, and your body doesn't separate emotional load from physical stress because it all counts. Your body responds to the whole of your life, and midlife often means you are carrying more, and that matters. Most fitness systems were built around men or younger women, like women not going through hormonal changes. So midlife women were told to eat less, move more, and push harder. And when that stopped working, they blame themselves. But here's the truth. The system was never built for this stage of life. You don't need a more extreme approach. What you need is a more intelligent one. So what actually works? Not panic, not punishment, and definitely not more cardio. What works is actually learning how to work with your body. So that means protecting your muscle mass, because muscle is what keeps your metabolism functioning after 40. Most women aren't doing nearly enough to maintain it. It also means supporting your energy levels through how you eat, not eating less, but eating differently, more protein, better timing, food that actually fuels you. It also means training without draining yourself, because in midlife, a workout that wipes you out for 2 days isn't a badge of honor. It's a signal that your body is under too much stress. And it means also, lastly, prioritizing recovery, which is something that I see many of my clients leaving off the list. But prioritizing recovery not as something you earn when you've worked hard, but as a non-negotiable part of the process itself. So none of this is extreme. None of it requires you to overhaul your entire life overnight. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what actually matches this phase of your life. So there's one more thing. For many women, the change around the middle isn't just physical. It can feel like you're losing the body you recognized, like aging is suddenly visible and something has shifted without your permission. And this can feel really, really emotional. And that matters too. Because this stage of your life is not about shrinking. It's about shifting into a different kind of strength, one that is steadier, one that is more grounded, and one that is less frantic. So your body isn't fighting you, it's adapting. And now you can start learning how to adapt with it. So if this video resonated with you, stay with me. In the next videos, I'll show you how to train, eat, and recover in a way that actually works for your 40s. So you're not behind, you're not broken, you're just in a different phase, and different phases need different rules. What I'd love to know is what felt most confusing or frustrating about your body after 40. Leave a message in the comments, because I read every comment and it helps shape what I'm going to cover in the next videos in this series. So if you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with her. Do like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a fantastic day. Take care.